Okay, welcome back to another episode of Uncomfortable Chats. I feel like anything I do in this house, you can hear it 10 times louder. And the reason for that is because everything is just, the silence is silence. So I feel weird projecting my voice, but we're still gonna do that. So I'm gonna drink a bit of our coffee and we're gonna get into it. Because, I don't know, like I woke up this morning at 7 a.m. and was like, look, I wanna film a new episode. Like I already had it ingrained in my head. I kind of know what I want to say, but obviously everyone knows I freestyle everything. So yeah. Now, with that being said, right now we're in Obi-Wan 2. Me and my girl came down here just for a night to rent a villa, to go see the beaches, and yeah, like it's been incredible. Spending some time with her, getting to know her on a deeper level, which is beautiful, and seeing the beauty of the land. Also, we rented a scooter from me because she already rides, because she's a local. And yeah, man, it was sick. So I've got my own scooter until I think 11 o'clock today. So yeah, right now it's raining, so obviously we can't leave or go out and do anything as of yet. But we have some plans to go to the beach and potentially go get some breakfast. But either way, it doesn't matter, because even if it rains and we can't go do these things, it's fine. Because we went to the beach yesterday. Yeah, it's a bit loud. So I hope that you guys can still hear me over this motorbike. Anyways, so yeah, I think to wrap up my Bali trip, obviously the last episode I was explaining why I needed to come here and what my purpose was, like coming here and like what I wanted to conquer. And now I feel like I've done that. I feel like there's still parts that need to be fine-tuned, and I still need to focus on practicing these things, but I feel like I've taken enough from this trip to be able to go back and do just that. And for me, that was important, and it set the foundation. And now that I have the foundation, yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping practicing everything. But guys, I'm sad. Like yesterday being my last Muay Thai session, and it was a sparring session, genuinely, I could have cried. Like, and it's not like I feel sad. I feel like, or like I'm gonna miss these people or miss Bali. It's more like I don't want to leave because I feel so at home here, and it's bizarre. And I was speaking to my girl about it because obviously she moved here, and a lot of people get like the Bali blues, like she said, and some people like come here and they don't want to leave because they're like, oh, like it's incredible, it's a holiday. But because I've been living here as if like I would actually live here, it's different. It's a different feeling, and she understands it. So yeah, like I'm sad, but I'm excited because I know what I'm going back to do is going to be amazing in order for me to then come back. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that part up. But yeah, so I think yesterday's sparring session was really good. I feel like a part of me is still holding back, if I'm being totally honest. And I know that I need to let go further, but I'm saying that's gonna take me time. And there's no point in me trying to rush this process, right? I'm in it, I'm doing it, that's what matters. And I think the message in that is sometimes don't try to rush things. Just take your time and allow yourself to face things through the process when you're meant to face it, instead of forcing yourself. There's a difference from like you holding back and then like stopping yourself from facing something, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm facing everything, I'm trying to face everything, but I'm noticing, okay, I'm finding like a little block there, there's a little block there, okay, it's fine. I go again, I go again, I go again. Like, I couldn't have trained harder this week. I trained Monday to Sunday, and I literally did 7 sessions in 5 days. So for me, I was like, yeah, that was a lot. Like in terms of Muay Thai and then gym training, I already had 2 sessions. So I've literally had about 8-9 sessions this week. My body is beaten and bruised. My fucking foot is mashed up, everything is mashed up. Like, I was limping yesterday. My girl was laughing at me. I was like, I got my ass kicked. Well, not because I got my ass kicked, but because basically I folded my foot when I threw a kick, when I bring my leg back. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like like the conversation I was having with my girl yesterday, I think the biggest thing that we were talking about was what are we grateful for, or like what are things that we want to take into the new year. Because she was explaining that for her, she always has like a mentality, like a new level up in terms of like, okay, if you're someone who needs to be more patient, okay, she's you're gonna practice patience. It's not like it's a new year thing, or like it's just, okay, what do I now need to conquer when I'm reflecting in and thinking about what I should do for myself in order for me to either achieve this or to do this. And obviously she explained hers and I explained mine, and I think the most important one that I said was to be more, what's the word I used? See, when you think about things and you come back to talk about it, it leaves your mind. It was, why has it left my head? Okay, it will come back. But the first one was me being grateful for my community, for my people around me, because I don't have a lot of people around me, but the people I do have, I'm very, very grateful for. And I think that was the turning point of this year, because I said to her, it wasn't like I had a horrible year. Yeah, I had a hard year, but it wasn't horrible, and I've been through worse. So it's like, for me, this last year, even though me and my ex broke up, and then that whole situation, and it felt like 2 breakups because I broke up with him, and then obviously I'm losing his family, and I was very close to his family. And then from there, it was like, okay, then I'm starting Uncomfortable Chats, and then I've got my cream business, and I've got my PT business, and I'm having to maintain everything, plus going through this heartache. And I also need to take care of myself, and I also started doing Muay Thai sessions with like my previous coach. So I was doing so much when so much was happening, and I feel like for me that was obviously me distracting myself, but not necessarily, because I'm still in my emotions. And I think going through that and having the people I have around me to support me and to talk to me, because don't get me wrong, they're not gonna hold my hand and take me to the fucking river, like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna do it for me. But it was me being able to consult with them and speak to them. And because like there's 3 women in my life that are very, very present, and I appreciate them, and each one of them gives something completely different for me, but the theme is maternal. All 3 of them are maternal, and they look out for me. And the advice that they give me, I know it's because they love me and they care about me. And it's not just like based on their personal beliefs. They'll look at things from a perspective of, okay, right, wrong, is this gonna hurt you? Is this gonna be good for you? Is this gonna benefit you? Like, we discuss it. It's not like I'm getting told what to do, if that makes sense. It's always a discussion. And I think that's what I needed in those times, in this year. I needed to have discussions, even though I knew exactly where I was going and what I was going to do. I think I needed that surrounding me, because where I'm someone who, obviously I look after a lot of people, and I mentor and I speak to, and I guide a lot of people. And I feel like for me, even though I haven't had a lot of guidance my entire life, it's like when there's a lot going on and you're trying to do a lot of things all at once, plus going through heartache, it was hard to kind of like detach between the two and not become numb. Because you can do it all at once, don't get me wrong. Like, I did, but it was making sure I don't get cold-hearted in the process. So there was a lot going on, and like I had to constantly regulate my emotions and make sure I'm good, because I also have my clients that I'm training, and I can't bring this energy to them. Like, I'm not going to put this on them. So it was a lot going on, but I wouldn't say it was horrible. Like I said, I've been through worse, and even though it's not like I'm comparing it to other things, it's just like, I feel like I've become, like over the years, just good at just handling fucked up shit coming my way. Yes, I'll feel the emotions at the time, and I'll deal with it, but I will just keep going, because I have no choice in that mentality. So yeah, the community is a big one for me. And then secondly, it was being unapologetic. See, that's why I couldn't say that word before, because I was meant to mention community first. See how your brain works. So yeah, it's being more unapologetic, because I was explaining to my girl that I feel like I have no problem talking about my experiences with people, like in terms of like my family members and shit that's happened to me. But when it comes down to like people that I was either friends with previously or ex-partner, anything like that. I don't like to talk about it too much because I always think about the other person and I don't want to make them feel a type of way or make them feel uncomfortable. And it's not like I'm not someone like who slags someone off or purposely try to hurt someone. So I'll never do that, but it's like I hold back. And I understand now with what I'm doing that I need to be more unapologetic and speak more and not care. So that's what I'm trying to, that's not what I'm trying to do. We don't try, we do. That is what I'm going to be doing more of. And the reality is, like, I feel like this trip has allowed me to not care about what the fuck people think about me anymore. Honestly, there's always been a sense where I don't care, but naturally, when we care about people, we care about their opinion. So that is what I've developed even more. Like, even my loved ones, I'm like, okay, I love you and I care about you, but I don't want to focus on your opinion of me, on things that I do. If you judge me, you judge me. If you don't, you don't. And I guess the lesson from this video is to wrap it up, because I don't want to make my videos too long anymore. I want to keep them short and sweet. Is value your community. If your community is not supporting you or guiding you or putting you in a better position, a better place, like, they're not adding value. And like, if they're not going to take you to the growth, or they're not willing to grow, what are they doing in your life? Because if you want to be in a certain place in life and you're surrounded by people that have no aspirations and no goals, you're never going to have these serious conversations and deep conversations and conversations that are going to elevate you. They're always going to keep you in the same position. Side note, this is me and my girl talking about this yesterday. There's so many conversations that like I want to talk about on here, because being in London, like me and her were talking about it, like everyone talks about what they want to do, but it takes them forever to do it, or they just don't do it. It's a lot of talk. Whereas here in Bali, she was just telling me how like everyone's talking about all these things that they're doing, not that they're going to do. And if it's something they want to do, they're doing it. Like, that's the norm, that's the culture. Because everyone's like, yeah, we're actually getting shit done. Whereas in London, it's so hard because like no one's gonna support you. No one's gonna support you. The amount of people that I've said, like when they ask me here, what do I do? And I tell them what I do. They're like, oh my God, you got a podcast? Oh, I wanna watch it, let me follow, let me do this, let me do that. Like, and even like the amount of support I've had from the people I've met just in this country that are like, oh my God, I love your new episode, keep doing this, keep doing that, do this, do that. Like, obviously I get some of that in London, but like, yeah man, even the people that I know, the amount of people I know that don't watch my shit, and I'm like, you're not like, there's a difference from not having time and just being passive. Like, if I was someone else that you didn't know, you'd watch my stuff. Or maybe you wouldn't, because maybe you're not interested in it, but you still watch other people's stuff. So if you don't watch my stuff, either please tell me you're not interested in it, or yeah, just don't be my friend, or don't be a person that says that you know me. And I think that's the difference between here and London, is like the support in the community that I can see that is here. That's why I genuinely feel sad about it, about leaving. But anyways, so yeah, it's about making sure that you're around the right people that are going to push you and guide you to be able to achieve the things that you want. That is really, really, truly important. And in regards to the second point, being more unapologetic, like, I feel like I just need to talk more, like, and say more about certain things, like, especially when, how I handle when people piss me off. Like, let me give you guys a scenario. And this is going to be the first example. I know I was meant to keep this short, but it's going to be the first example of me being unapologetic and talking about something. My friend, yeah, or someone who was meant to be my friend, showed their true colors to me, yeah, and just behaved in a type of way that I don't behave in. And I think they expected me to behave in a type of way because they're used to those type of people. When damn well, you know, I don't behave like that. That's not my character, it's not who I am, it's not how I am. So when a misunderstanding came up, they were so reactive. No conversation, no talking, no nothing. Alright, cool. But what that says to me, there's a difference between protecting your peace and being an adult and having a conversation. and like surrounding the circumstances, right? I'm not giving a lot of context. No, fuck it, actually, I said I was going to talk. My friend said they were going to be there for me and they got me. They didn't. If I look at how I treat people and how this person treated me, you don't got me. And this was genuinely meant to be my friend. The amount of respect and like just that I put on this person's name because of how I know them and what I've seen them go through in life, and when we've had deep conversations and it resonates and I understand, and then for them to turn around and do what they did and behave the way they behave, I'm just like, nah, fuck you. I ain't got time for this shit. And the thing is, right, a situation happened where they unfollowed me on Instagram, like removed me. And I didn't even know, like we had a conversation, and anyone that knows me, if you see me anyway, after I've just finished doing a training session, whether that's in the gym, whether it's more time, anything, if I've just finished it, my face is bright motherfucking red, and I don't have time for a conversation because my face, I'm tired, I'm down, I'm in my bag, I look up. If I see you, see me, if I look at you and nod my head, I'm still interacting with you. But because my face is dead motherfucking straight, because that's how my face is 90% of the time, and you're taking offense to that, instead of you deciding to have a conversation with me, you decide to do that. Now, brethren, when people, and the reason why I'm telling you this story is to give you an example. When people want to make you a problem, they want to make you a problem. Like, we could have had a conversation, instead that person removed me on Instagram, and then from there, I confronted the situation. I tried to speak to them, message them, called them, didn't answer. The next day, I asked for us to have a conversation, because clearly there's a misunderstanding, there's some type of energy, something up. That person told me that they don't business, basically, they don't want stress. And that because I gave them a dirty look, they can't be bothered to have a conversation with me. Like, for me, anyone that you say is your friend and you have a lot of respect for, and because of the previous conversations, and I won't go into that, but like, I wouldn't do that. Like, for me, that's just like, that's petty, that's immature. That's like, you wanted a reason not to talk to me. You wanted a reason for this to be a problem. And it's more of a reflection of you than it is me, because the reality is, if you're used to dealing with toxic situations and people being a certain type of way with you, you're now going to project onto me. Baby, I don't business. That's not my character. Like, and I could have slipped into the situation where I could have confronted that person and tried to explain or try to look for clarity or understanding. Nah. And this will be my second message for you lot. Like, other than my third, sorry. Instead of trying to be like someone who's searching for closure and trying to find understanding of why people do certain things and behave certain types of ways, nah. Sometimes leave it be, because there's power in silence. And it's not because you want to be the bigger person or be like, oh, I'm the power, like I hold the power dynamic. It's about power for yourself, to understand that actually when you learn to not have to always get an answer or have closure or confront things in a manner where it's going to be confrontational, and not all, it doesn't always need to be confrontational, I understand that, but if you know that like you're getting riled up and you need to confront something and that is potentially can be conflict, value it up. Be like, okay, is this worth like my time? Is it not worth my time? Like, measure it. So long story short, this person didn't want to have a conversation. I just went, cool, take care, have a great day. Like, literally, that's good. I didn't give you no date. Cool, bye. I didn't explain myself. I didn't look for closure. I didn't try to pressure that person to talk to me. I just keep it stepping. Because if someone wants to be in your life, they will make that type of conversation with you, even if you piss them off. Doesn't matter. A true friend, a true person that sees your value and cares about you and loves you will always make that to have a conversation with you. Doesn't matter how difficult it is. And at the end of the day, when we give room for people to have excuses why they won't talk to me because I did this and I did this, and you're taking on all this burden. No. People that love you and care about you will always have a conversation with you. And I understand there's extending circumstances on a lot of things, cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, there needs to be a balance. You need to be able to know when to have a conversation with someone and be like, you know what, actually this ain't worth my time. Like, and for me, I handle things where I take it on, I'm ready to deal with it, or I'm like, cool, I've dealt with it for myself. If you don't want to have a conversation with me, cool, I let it go. I'm not gonna hold on to this, because that could have ruined my whole trip. That could have ruined everything. I'm in a whole different country. I'm by myself. Like, obviously I've got my girl here, but she lives here, she works. Like, she's got shit she's doing, do you know what I mean? And also, I'm an adult. Like, I can find my own way. If I really need help, I'll get help. But I'm resourceful, I'm friendly, I talk to people. Like, that's exactly what I did. I was like, you know what? I can either zoom in onto this situation and let it ruin my trip and let it fuck with my mindset, or I can zoom out and I can look at the reality of the situation of, I'm in Bali. I'm about to train. I got some shit I need to conquer, and I got some stuff I need to tick off. So that's exactly what I did. So next time someone puts you in a scenario where they make you feel like you are the problem, or they don't value enough to have a conversation with you, understand that's a reflection of them. Because if you're stepping forward to the plate and you want to have a conversation, you want to deal with something, it's not you being a conflict. Like, you're not trying to be argumentative or anything like that. Communication can literally be this. How do you feel? How did this make you feel? Okay, this happened. Boom, bosh, bang. Like, it can literally just be a conversation about how someone feels. Okay, you feel that way? Cool. I feel this way. Is there some misunderstanding here? Yes, there's a misunderstanding. Cool. And you don't even have to be friends afterwards. You don't have to be with that person. It doesn't matter what your dynamic of your relationship is, but it's about communication. And everyone talks about, I communicate. Fucking exercise it. The amount of people that talk to me about they communicate and they're healthy communicators, that's what they love. But when they get put in a situation that's uncomfortable for them, or that they're annoyed and they have to face the fact that they actually have to communicate, they're not going to communicate. And the amount of scenarios I've been with people in general that have told me they can communicate, and we sit there and I'm like this, yes, let's have a conversation. And these lot, like, they get annoyed because I'm not shouting, I'm not screaming, I'm not belittling them. And there's sometimes with certain people, the conversation will turn into just that from them, because they're not used to someone actually communicating back with them. They're used to being in a power dynamic where they communicate, but they have to deal with someone who's toxic to make themselves feel like they're a good communicator. No. You're not a good communicator unless you're with two people who can actually communicate their emotions effectively and then find a resolution. Whether that's being friends, not being friends, being with that person, doesn't matter. You need to be able to talk to someone who can talk and communicate, who's mature enough to process, to understand, to listen, because there's difference. So yeah, we fucking talking. But yeah, anyways, this trip has been incredible for me. Like, I feel like when I first came here, my chest was closed, I felt like it was tight, and now it's open. So now, yeah, like when I get back to London, obviously, it's head down. Like, it's been amazing. I don't feel like it's been a holiday. This has been a point in my life where I've been able to go forward in time and see what my life could be and imagine my life. Like, and I can see myself living in Bali. I can see myself doing this. I can see myself doing that. I can see myself. Whereas in London, I always said, yeah, I would live on the outskirts of London, or I'd move. I don't want to be in central. But like, I can never truly imagine it. Whereas this, I can imagine it. Something about I'm looking at videos. I was cracking my girl up. She was like, you're gonna do it? Yes, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, like, I think the lesson from this is community and being unapologetic and understanding the dynamics of people in your life, and if they're not going to bring you up, drop them. Because at the end of the day, yes, we're going into 2026, and I'm not big on like New Year's resolutions. I'm not going to do that. I don't do it. But what I will say is that you can always shift your mindset. You don't need to find a particular time or day to do it. It's with actions, when you start doing it, that it's going to actually change, and with practice and consistency. And now that I want to be more unapologetic, I just practice it. That's a prime example for you. And instead of me overthinking, oh my god, someone's gonna watch this video, then someone's gonna say this, because I'm the type of person, I don't like my name being mentioned in anyone's mouth. No. That's when I can lose my fucking hey. I hate it, but that's something I now need to practice. So me being more unapologetic and talking more takes away that barrier for people to try to put my name in their fucking mouth. And I understand that, which is why I have to then do it, because I have to not care. Because I already know my name's in enough fucking people's mouths. So yeah, like, that's all of this. Anyways, this video is incredible. It's finished raining, so I think we can head out. So I'm gonna go get my girl, and yeah, that's it. I won't be doing, actually I was thinking about doing a little tour for you guys, I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, I hope everyone's good, I hope everyone's well, I hope everyone's healthy. And if anyone's pissing you off, tell them to fuck off. And if anyone that's not willing to communicate with you, stop looking for closure. Don't know who the fuck it is. And then secondly, yeah, tell everyone that you have in your life that you're actually grateful, that have been there for you through those thick and thin moments. I'm not talking about these superficial conversations, I'm talking about these deep conversations. Tell them that you love them and appreciate them. That's it. That is my second episode in Bali for Uncomfortable Chats. Bye.